Have you ever felt so frustrated with a class or a group of students that the last thing you wanted to do is reward them? If you're like most teachers, most humans, your answer is probably yes. When kids are driving you crazy and all you can see is everything that they're doing wrong, you feel bad. And they may feel bad. And you may feel like you're not achieving anything. And yet this is the time when it is most important to focus on the positive, to catch them being good, grow the green. You cannot change their behaviour, but you can change your own, and that just may influence them to do something different. The reality is that kids are doing the right thing 90% of the time, but your attention is grabbed by negative behaviour. You perceive it as a threat. The good news is that when you focus on positive student behaviour, you increase the likelihood that that behaviour will increase. Where attention goes, energy flows. What you focus on will increase in intensity and frequency. And when you combine attention with rewards, you increase the odds of being successful in shaping student behaviour. This is part of a series about effective ways to manage whole class disruptive student behaviour, or when a group of students is disrupting your class. In this video, you'll learn how to use rewards and positive reinforcers to help students be more successful in your classroom. You'll learn how to use rewards in effective ways that will improve your relationship with them, increase the likelihood that they will follow your expectations, and minimise off-task and disruptive student behaviour. I'm Maria Amaro. I'm a teacher, presenter and author, and I've been working with students and teachers for over 30 years. I'm passionate about helping teachers improve teaching strategies and learning practices. I combine research and experience to provide strategies that improve student learning by improving classroom management. And I focus on the practices that take little or no extra time, the strategies that can actually give you back time by helping you to work more effectively. I love coaching teachers, and I emphasise teacher wellbeing because improved teacher wellbeing means improved student wellbeing, and that contributes to better academic and social outcomes for all students. If you'd like to learn more, please subscribe. We put out 2 videos every week. Make sure you don't miss any of the content. When you subscribe, that helps to support the channel and means we can get the content out to more teachers. And if you know anyone you think would benefit from these teaching strategies and learning practices, please share with colleagues, friends and family. Everyone knows a teacher or someone who works in a school. If you have any questions or topics that you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear what you think. The key to using rewards and getting the most from them is to use them strategically and purposefully. And you can use individual or whole class rewards or a combination of both. And the following steps will walk you through how to use that. Number 1, let students choose the rewards. Brainstorm rewards that your class would like. Keep them to free rewards like free play, a game outside, extra recess time, being a teacher for half an hour, helping the cleaner or the maintenance person, helping the people in the front office, 10 minutes listening to music, time with a friend. And for an individual reward system, sit with the student to discuss possible reinforcers and provide suggestions if the student's unable to come up with any rewards. And remember, you need to change up the rewards to keep it interesting. We all get sick of chocolate at some point. Number 2, set a target for the focus behaviour. So decide on one behaviour as the focus. For example, if it's the whole class, your focus behaviour may be one person speaks at a time. Then keep a tally for how many times that behaviour is demonstrated by the whole class. When the class reaches a target, have the reward. Make the target achievable according to the age and ability of your students. For example, if you were doing this with kindergarten, you might have a target of 5 times, especially if they're not very skilled at listening to one another. And when you reach that target, they get a class game that they choose. If you're doing it with older students, like upper primary or high school, the target may or may not be higher, depending on their skill level. And the reward could be 5 minutes chatting to a friend, and it could also be a class game at that level. Number 3, as the students increase their skill level with the behaviour that you're focusing on, increase the target so that they have to work harder to get the same reward. Eventually, you can fade out the reward when the behaviour is learnt. And if you're using a reward system for an individual student, discuss those changes with them and let them decide the targets. Number 4, begin the process again with a different focused behaviour. You don't have to wait, though, for that behaviour to be perfect, to give rewards, or to change the focused behaviour. You can always come back to it at another point. It makes it more interesting if you're focusing on different behaviours at different times. You could have a focused behaviour of the day or a focused behaviour of the week, depending on the concentration level of your students and how often you see them, because in high school, you don't see them that often during the week. Number 5, play the behaviour game with your students. And the instructions for this game are in my book here. But I'm also going to tell them to you. So the focused behaviour game goes like this. And you can use it for a specified amount of time each day, like for one session or for one lesson. First of all, decide on a focused behaviour for your class for that particular time. Number 2, set your phone to go off at random intervals throughout the day. Number 3, when the alarm goes off, look around the class, and if all students are showing that focused behaviour, then put a marble in the jar or a point on the board or a tally up on the sheet. And number 4, when the jar's full or you've reached your target amount of points, have the class celebration, a movie, a game, free time, whatever you decide. The second game is called Secret Student, and this is a really good one to do it with too, it just changes it up a little bit. And it's similar to the focused behaviour game, but the teacher is focused on the behaviour just of one student. So number 1, decide on the focused behaviour that's relevant for the class or for a particular student, and tell the class the focused behaviour. Number 2, write the name of a student on a slip of paper and put it in an envelope. And don't reveal the name of the student. It's secret. The state remains secret. Number 3, set a timer on your phone to go off at random intervals throughout the day, just as you did in the previous game. Number 4, when the alarm goes off, look around the room, and if the secret student is displaying the focused behaviour, make a visual tally using either the marble jar or the number chart. And number 5, at the end of the day or the session, tell the students if the secret student has been using the focused behaviour. If they have, then you reveal who the secret student is and then have your celebration reward, whatever it is. If they haven't been successful, simply say the secret student didn't display the focused behaviour today, so we'll try again tomorrow. And this great idea for the behaviour game comes from interventioncentral.org, which you can also look up. If you'd like to learn how to play the behaviour game and how that can be an effective teaching tool, check out my book. Here it is. Habits of Highly Effective Teachers by Mari Amaro. The ultimate guide to practical behaviour management that works. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and happy teaching.